Welcome to Team Zoom. You guys, we do these every single Sunday at 9 o'clock Eastern. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's just me, sometimes it's people from my team that have been killing it, like Courtney, one of the newbies that hopped on. And then sometimes I have people like Katie on. So they're always super fun. They're always inspiring. They're always awesome. So every single Sunday, 9 p.m., always plan on it, unless it's like Christmas Day or something crazy. But they're always recorded, so if you can't tune in right away, they are recorded. But I'm super excited because tonight we've got Katie on, and she is, I'm going to let her tell her story, but she's one of my faraway besties that I get to talk to through Messenger all the time, and she's inspiring. She's so inspiring. When I saw her go presidential, I'm not kidding. I was like, Katie, like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. It's inspiring, you guys, because she's only 23. She's a brand new mom. I mean, how old is she now?
She's 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. So she went presidential when she had a brand new teeny tiny baby that she just gave birth to. Like, it's so crazy to me. So I'm gonna let her tell her story. So Katie, how long have you been in? What's your background? What were you doing before this? And then that's pretty much it. Tell us your story, where you came from.
Okay, so I've been in for like 3 years, and basically when I first got started, I was a new mom to my first baby, who is now 4. So she was almost a year, or just about, almost a year when I first got started, and at that point we were like super duper broke. Like, we just moved out on our own, and we were like, I was extreme couponer. We had no money at all, so like the coupons were how we like ate. And basically, I was a full-time nursing student. I was either at school or at home trying to take care of my baby, studying. My husband, at the time, he was my fiance or his boyfriend or something like that. And he was, busy working all the time. So I was home alone all the time, taking care of my baby, trying to pass school. And when I found this, I was so against it. Like, absolutely not. I will not do something like that. No way. Do not even ask me. And so I actually, I found this at the gym the first time. So I was going to the gym with my mom, and basically when we were going out, there was a rap table, and I thought, I was like, oh my God, I've kind of heard of those things. Like, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, this would be super cool if this thing like worked. But the other part of me is like, there's no way that works. Okay. That those things don't, there's no way. So, I put my name on a drawing. The girl had texted me, asked me to do a party. And I told you guys, I was like, no. And then, I was like, yeah, no. And then she basically tried to pull the whole, get your mom, whatever, we can do a little party. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll think about it. Just, message me later. She never messaged me again. So, later, I would think it was like 2 weeks later, I was on Facebook and somebody was doing a giveaway, and I entered the giveaway, and the lady started messaging me and messaging me and messaging me and messaging me. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, cool. Like, I ended up winning the giveaway. I tried the rap, and I was like, wait a minute, this thing works. So this is so cool. And she asked me to be a customer, and I'm like, nope, don't have the money for that. So then she kept asking me to do the business. And I probably said no like 10 times. She asked me like every day for like a week. But it wasn't annoying at all. Like, I never felt annoyed by her. I just felt like she was like super nice. Like, one of those people who are just so nice, they keep talking to you. You're like, why do you keep talking to me? Why are you trying to be my friend? And so she kept talking to me and talking to me. And then eventually I just said, I was like, you know what? Like, this has got to be it. Because at that point in my life, we were so broke, so stressed out. We argued about money all the time. And I still remember getting mad at Zach for like buying a $2 pizza, like a slice of pizza when he was at work because he was hungry. And I'm like, $2 goes a lot longer with my coupons. So there were so many arguments. And I was literally begging God, like, please, please, please show me something, because I'm so tired of being broke. Like, I'm so tired of living like this. This sucks. I know this isn't the way life is meant to be. And I hated school at the time. Like, I was a full-time nursing student, and I absolutely hated it so much. And I was basically just like depressed and angry, and I was crying like 24/7. And so I finally said yes to this, even though I did something before and failed. And I was terrified. Like, I did not want to, like, I didn't even know what to do or how to do it or go about it. But I just was so scared that people were going to judge me. I was scared that I wasn't going to find any customers. And my first 2 customers were my mom and my sister. And then after that, I had to go find randoms. So I used social media for that. And once I got my first customer, I was like, okay. And it took me 30 days to get my first 4 LCs, just so y'all know. My 30th day, I signed my 4th. So I was terrified. And so I got my 4th customer, I got my shopping spree. I was so excited that I found a stranger to try the products online. And then at that point, I just started taking off. I went to a 1-team mission my second month in, and again, I was like, why is this girl trying to get me to go to like one of these powwows? So I got to one of the powwows, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Then I saw an ambassador on stage, and I was like, oh my God, she makes $30,000 a month. That's when it got serious for me. That's when I really started like buckling down. Like, I remember coming home so excited telling Zach, you know, oh my God, there was this girl that was in her 20s making $30,000 a month. Like, how crazy is that? And, you know, it was crazy because Zach was like, oh yeah, that's so crazy, Katie. Like, as if, yeah, right. And then my mom, same thing, was like, yeah, right. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to go do that. And so at that point, got on fire, got to work. My goal was $200 a month. And within my first few months, I was making that. And then I surpassed that when I went Ruby. And then I went Emerald. I surpassed the average income for Emeralds. And by the way, y'all, I went Emerald in November. So everybody was looking at me like, whoa, why is her team booming, exploding? I was exploding throughout the winter. And so we went Emerald, and then I went Diamond 10 months in and Double Diamond 11 months in, and then Triple the year later, and then Presidential a year later. So we've earned like 150-something, 60-something in bonuses. We've earned, oh my gosh, just so much, and been able to do so much. My husband no longer works. That's the first thing. That's the bond.com. We're able to have a second kid. We have annual passes to Disney. We go to Disney like 24/7. And we're just able to have bills on auto draft. I think that's the coolest thing ever is like, I don't even know what day or what's going on. It just does it on its own.
And that's like, okay, so coming from someone who kind of has a similar story, not exactly, I mean, I wasn't in nursing school and all that, but I was very broke. I was very, very, very broke. To have your bills on auto pay, that's a big like old Kim would have been like, don't you dare set up my shit on auto pay because bro, if you make me negative, like we're going to have issues. Auto pay was not a thing. So I remember watching your life. I remember watching your live video of when Zach got to quit. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And to see you guys, she's a presidential diamond. She just went presidential last month. And I can tell you, she's above average presidential diamond too. So like, it's so just inspiring to see a 23-year-old who had all these obstacles in the beginning, now living the life of her dreams. Like, there is nothing like having that time freedom. I've witnessed it. I'm doing it. And having that time freedom and also just knowing that you don't have nothing to worry about. And God is good. Like, you have nothing to worry about. So did you already move or are you moving?
We're moving. My house is for sale, but as soon as it sells, we're just going to go and figure it out.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. So she's moving and yeah, your life is just so cool. So I'm obsessed with your story, but can you tell Bud, go upstairs. Can you tell the people's, because I know you run mostly from Instagram, right? Yeah. So like Katie's all Instagram. She's all Instagram and she makes the money every single month from Instagram. That's it. And I think that's so cool. And even though I'm not huge on Instagram, like I love hearing from you and other leaders that are just doing the Instagram game because I need to figure it out. So can you give everyone just your number one, because I know we got some newbies on here too that are mostly Instagram. So what are like your day? What does your day look like? Just tell us like a day in the life of Katie Bevington and her Instagram account and her kids and her life, all that.
Okay, so the gram's where it's at, man. I love Instagram so much. And I used to hate it, which is so funny. When I first started, I was all about the Facebook Live. And then my girl, Brittany, my triple, she kept going on Instagram. And I'm like, girl, what do you mean you're getting customers off Instagram? Like, nobody's on there. Well, come to find out, everybody's on Instagram except for me. So I got on Instagram. And I was like, all right. So basically what I do is every single day I use the Insta stories. Like Snapchat is going out of style. So if you haven't already realized that, it's gone. So get rid of Snapchat, get on Insta stories and use your Insta stories every day. So basically everything I do during my day is like vlogged through my Instagram stories. I'm talking on my Instagram stories. I'm posting food pics, keto coffee pics, collagen pics, and my kids, just like crazy stuff that happens. And I just like basically vlog through the day, basically giving people like a glimpse of what it's like to be me every single day. And by doing that, people are just excited. Like they're just like, oh, what's Katie up to today? Because I swear nothing in my life ever goes as planned. And it's just crazy and hectic around here. So I always share that. And on top of that, I post one time a day on Instagram. I don't have any certain time that I do that. That's just whenever I feel like posting. So sometimes it's the morning, sometimes it's at night. Sometimes it's the middle of the day, just depends. And then I am always reaching out. I do polls, and I reach out to everybody who votes in my poll. Number one rule of thumb for polls and any business posts or product posts or anything, you never, ever, ever, ever post it alone, which means like if you're just talking about the product on your Instagram story, you better have personal, product, personal. So it's like boxed in by personal stuff. You never end on it on a product post. You never end on a business post, because people, if they see like, if they have to click one time and it's like personal and then it's like product, like drop off, they're like, okay, this girl only posts about the product, and they're never going to watch your story again. So you want to make sure that you're like constantly showing your life. So they're like, oh, okay, if they're not interested in that right now, they're like, oh, I just want to see her talk again. So they'll keep clicking and wait for me to talk about something. In addition to that, okay, so I post one today and I message.
Can I wait? Hold on. You saw me. Okay. I'm wondering, because I know other people probably are too. So when you say, and maybe you're going to talk about this, when you say that you reach out to everyone that saw your story, can you like somewhere within where you're talking, like say what you're saying to them?
Okay, well, not everybody sees my story because that would take me all year.
Oh,
so
okay.
Everybody who votes on my polls, or if you're like, you want to pay attention. It's okay. So so when you first get started on your stories, you're going to see like not a lot of people vote on your poll, especially if you have really low like follower numbers, you're going to have a lot lower numbers on your polls. So you're going to want to basically anybody, like if you pay attention to who first sees your story every time, there's going to be people who literally like are not a customer or not a distributor, but they click on your dang story every time you post. Those are the people you message. And just, I would say something like, if it's in that instance where it's simple, I would say, hey, I saw that, you've been watching quite a few of my stories about the collagen. Would you be interested in trying it? Or have you ever tried collagen? It's just something like that. So you kind of get a conversation going. Off my poll, I always say, hey, girl, I saw that you voted that you wanted some more info on the collagen. Have you ever tried it before? Or tried collagen before? And just to I always make it so like no pressure. So it's just like, you will talk to me. Everybody answers back kind of a thing. Not everybody answers back, but I mean like most people. But as far as, okay, so that's what I say. Insta stories, posting, messaging. Okay, I message a ton of people, but I do it like off of Insta stories. So here's a little sneak peek, little key to life. Every time that you message somebody off their story, okay, so like somebody random not in it works post a story about like something and you're like, oh my gosh, what do you use for your eyeliner? I love your eyeliner, it always looks so good. They're gonna be like, oh my god, I use blah blah blah. Well, because you guys are messaging, Instagram recognizes that, and your story all of a sudden goes to the beginning of her Instagram. So like every person you message, your story goes to the front and over and over and over. So the moral of the story is you want to make friends on Instagram. So every day, like during my like downtime, like when I'm nursing the baby, or like if I'm just like bored watching My Little Pony with Cammy or something, then I will go on there and message people off of their story and just talk to them about random stuff that they posted. So I'm going to be showing up more, so I get more potentials that way. And more people are coming to me now because they're actually seeing my stuff. If you think about it, the average person probably has like 600 to 800 followers on their Instagram. And a lot of those people are using stories. So you're in the very back. So you probably aren't getting seen unless you get them to talk to you. So I do that on Instagram. I also whenever I like post a business post or a product post, I go through my Instagram and like I message everybody who likes my business post. I'm like, hey girl, I saw you've been liking, quite a bit of my posts about the business or making some extra money. Are you in need of some extra income, or were you just like being sweet or something? And usually they're like, oh, I've been watching you forever, blah, 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 whatever, trying to get some info. And that's really all I do. I don't really spend that much time commenting. Like I do still go through my Instagram feed like throughout the day a few times, but most of the time I'm Instagram story like 100% because more people are on those these days.
And you make the amount of money that you make doing this. Okay. So yeah, every time I hear somebody talk about this, I'm like, you guys, she makes the amount of money that she makes by doing this. And I assume that you train your team to do the same thing. Like, I assume. Okay. So my question to you, because this is where Kim hates Instagram. So I need you to give me your biggest tip on this, because all my best friend's on here too. And she's always like, you're good at Facebook, stick to what you're good at. I do love Facebook. I'm not going to lie. But when I see y'all bringing in the income that you're bringing with Instagram, I'm like, okay. So the Insta stories, the polls, the one time a day on Instagram, I can do all that. I do all that. I do all that. But here's where I need help. But I love your tip though about messaging people from stories. That is really good. That's an easy way to message. That's a really easy way to message. I think that's fun. So biggest question for me and probably people on here that are not or are doing Instagram is that's where I struggle. Where do you get your followers and how? Do you use Captivate? Like, what are you doing to get followers?
Okay, so followers, okay. I have been using Captivate, but I haven't used it in the past few days. And I haven't tested this theory out honestly yet, but somebody on my team just saw that Instagram was being weird about third-party apps. But if I use Captivate, I just go through I'll go to my followers and then I click one of my followers, like on somebody that I'm following, go to their profile. It's like somebody that I like, so somebody that relates to me in some way. So usually I find people that relate to me. So I'm obviously a mom and I was in nursing school. So those two are my key points there. And I really like it if I can find girl moms because I have two girls. So I go to their profile, I go to their last selfie or their last photo on their Instagram, go to the likes, follow those people, and then pick one of those people and follow those people, and pick one of those people and follow those people. I follow on Captivate. I would say I don't have an exact number. You never want to do the same amount every day. So I do like sometimes 150, sometimes 250, sometimes 300, sometimes 170. Just depends. But you always want to do like 150 plus-ish. And then like every few days, don't do it for like, I would say like every 3 days, like take a break. You just don't want to have a pattern because Instagram will pick up on that. And Captivate has it so that basically it like follows people at random times for you. So it's not like going to catch usually. Like it hasn't. I don't know because there's, like I said, I had a girl on my team did it, but she's new. So I don't know if she was using it wrong. But basically like you just want to make sure you're switching it up all the time so it doesn't catch you. And I unfollow once a week. So if somebody unfollows me, you get unfollowed on Sunday night.
Sunday nights. Okay, I like that. Okay. So you set a time to do your unfollowing. So like Sunday. Okay. And I'm literally thinking of questions for myself. Team, if you have questions, post them in the chat. I mean, anything in general, not even Instagram, like anything in general. Okay, so unfollow, Captivate, because yeah, that's the app that I've tried. You got kids? You got kids in your face, Katie? Oh, okay. I was gonna say you can go ahead. I've had that. Okay. So awesome Instagram tips. Okay. And like, okay, so tell us what you do. I want to know, and I'm sure people on here want to know, what do you do for your team? Because I'm sure you don't have a bunch of local team, right? I mean, you've got a pretty spread out team, correct?
Yeah, and I live like out in the middle of the sticks. So my team is pretty much everywhere. I would say like my one of my triple leaders is in North Carolina. I'm in South Carolina. She's like an hour and a half. But most of my team, yeah, they do not live here. So we just what I do with them is I get them to events. Because if it wasn't for an event, I do not think I would be here. Like honestly, like hearing an ambassador say like I make $30,000 a month is what caught my attention. So that was my first thing. I get them all to events, but we connect on Zoom. We do a Zoom every Monday night at 10 o'clock.
Couldn't find my unmute button. Okay. So you guys, for those of you who don't know, that this is where our team contest came from. We're still using it, Katie, like my cover photo. Yeah, the boom contest is that was Katie's idea, you guys. So such good stuff. I'm literally trying to think of questions because I know that I want to pick your brain always. But all right, so you work Instagram every day. You're consistent with your team, meaning like you get on every, Monday night Zooms, you do a team contest in your page every month. Now, can you talk to like everybody on here about how much you do not make people work? Like, I'm sure you can agree, like stop trying to make people work and just run with your runners. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because that's a good subject. I like that.
Yeah. So sometimes people can think I'm crazy, but I am super hardcore about running your own business. So whenever I enroll somebody, okay, and this is important for everybody, even if you're brand new, you need to understand this. When you first start and you like have distributors and like I sign somebody up, okay, I send them my getting started video. What do you need? No. When it comes to getting them started, I have them watch a video for that I made, and basically it's just like a quick like getting started, like what loyal customers, retail customer, BV, GV, all that stuff is. And you have to watch that. And if you do not watch that in your first 24 hours and let me know that you're done, then I'm already assuming that you're not serious. And then I will go to them and say, hey girl, did you have time to watch that video? If they say, sometimes like, okay, if something crazy happened, you're like, dude, I just have like 5,000 kids. I couldn't get to it today. Jones, whatever happened. Okay, cool. Then watch it today and get back to me. If it's not done in 48 hours, I'm like, okay, you know what? You can go ahead and message me when you're done watching the video. If they message me, then I will get them onto the next step, which is getting their first post up. But if they don't message me again, then that's where they stay. So as far as my other team that I have that decided to watch the video and in 24 hours, get their first post up, then I start working with them. And here's something that I have found that works the best. So I work with them, but if you're not playing ball with me, and that basically means like, if you're not watching my trainings, if you don't show up on my team Zooms, if you're not showing up on the team page, then I assume you're not working. I will reach out and ask, hey, is everything okay? Just making sure, that they're okay. But if they're just like, okay, but not working the business okay, then I'm like, all right, girl, well, then you just come to me if you want to make money. Otherwise, that's it.
I love how short and sweet or not so sweet your answers are. I love it. Cause I'm the same. If I don't see you, I know I'm the same as you. If I don't see you on team Zooms, if I don't see you commenting in the group, if I don't see you showing up to events, like if you want to work, like let's get to work, but I have to see you. We have to be meeting each other halfway at least. So yep, I love that. And I love how you put that. So because like, I know that you can relate to this, Katie, 100%. But when I got started, I did not have someone in my corner. I did not have anybody like, hey, Kim, are you motivated today, boo? Like, no, I never had, and still, I don't have people calling me, asking me if I'm working or if I'm motivated or if no one. I literally got started. And my upline has never, I think his account is now canceled. My upline never ever reached back out to me about It Works again. Like I remember texting him and saying, hey dude, like I'm about to go Ruby. And he was like, how? I'm like, well, I learned charting in my back office and I know I need this many things and this many volume. And so I'm going to go Ruby this month. And he's like, no way. I'm like, no, for real. And so I went Ruby. He didn't even know. And then I went Emerald and like nobody cared. And then I went Diamond. And that's when my ambassador upline, Courtney King, who's now a sister to me, Courtney was like, hey, are you, okay, so like you're going Diamond this month? I'm like, yes. And I'm getting the $10,000 bonus. And she was like, oh, okay. And that's when we clicked. Like, I wanted people to see that I could do this. And I was like, I'm going to keep doing it until someone notices. And even to this day though, I've never been like given stuff. I've never been, called every day to say if I was motivated. And I know you can understand that. So it goes to show like, if you want this, you're going to want it. So, do you have anything to add to that, Katie?
I can tell you guys that all my leaders that show up, they are the people that I do not have to say, hey girl, everything going all right over there. Like I see them on my Zooms. And this is the thing too, like if I tell people, if you want to go up, you show up to what I'm telling you, because I have figured it out. And like Kim said, I didn't have anybody, hey girl, what's up? No, I have it laid out now. You have YouTube, guys, everything's on YouTube. My videos, Jade Hooper's videos, like everybody's videos. Okay. So that's literally how I learned everything, was watching Jade Hooper videos. And then, when I started growing a big team, that's when I started making my own videos. I started like from a Ruby on, I started making videos, y'all. And I was like in my uplines page, like, hi, I'm going to do this for my team. So if you're not on my team, you can just watch anyways. And then basically her team was learning from me, and I just took that initiative. So if you're Ruby or executive, you need to be in the team page doing videos. Even though it's intimidating, like your team will move at the pace that you move at. So if you're ready to grow a team and be a leader, then you got to do lives and do videos in your team page, do tips of the day for your team, and just like be bold about it. And it's actually more exciting when you're in your uplines page doing it, because they will literally like, you're going to need so much more support like that. And you're going to see what that does for your confidence. I don't even know how to explain that, besides like it just does something to you and it just makes you move faster. So, yeah, dude, like that's what I started doing. And then I just have it laid out for my girls, man. And I'm like, my leaders, they just show up without me asking. And that's just from the beginning. They're just ready for that change and they just do it.
Yep. You don't have to ask me. You do not have to ask me a million times or even remind me about like green carpet. I got my ticket, I'm going. Like, that's not an option to me. Like, we don't, and that's a good point. I do not I do not, like, this is now to my team, like, we do not tell you to come to things because we get paid for it. We don't get a dime for you coming to events. We want you to come because we know what it'll do for you. I don't skip an event. I don't skip. It's like written down in my planner as if I had a real job. Like, this is what I do. And so if I want to continue to grow and learn and go up, I have to plug in. So October 5th through the 6th, you guys, like, green carpet, Grand Rapids, be there. It's not for me, it's for you. And I know, I'm telling you right now, I am triple diamond today because of events, period. Like, period. Because I'm like, Katie, if I hear someone say a certain thing and tell their story a certain way, and they say, now I'm making, $20,000, $30,000 a month, I'm like, okay, let's go to work. Like, I need to just hear stories. I love hearing stories of how people have made it in this business and keep making it. So I do have a couple questions for you. So what are you doing right now for personal development?
Ooh, this is good. Okay, so every day I start my day with a journal. So I journal out everything. And you guys, I just did a Zoom for Kay Souter, and I'm gonna share with you guys because I didn't even know, like, she asked me, like, same question, like, well, what do you do every day? Like, and what I start my day with, and this is going to blow your mind. So I actually watched a video about it, and I was like, okay, like, that's kind of weird that people just write stuff on their journal, but I'll just do that anyways. Cause people that are making way more than me are doing it. So I'm like, all right. So I got it out, and every single day, so I write down Bible verses that stick out to me, and my page is like an inspo page. This would be the Bible verse page in different colors. And so I just write stuff there that inspires me. So I started journaling, and this is the first verse that stuck out to me that, like, made me actually really start to journal. It says, I tell you that you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you've received it, it will be yours. It's Mark 11:24. So I was like, all right, so my first journal entry, all right, and this is funny because literally, like, I think it was Wednesday night, Kay asked me my personal development. I said, here's my first journal entry, and I journal about what is, like, I talk about things as if it already happened for me. So, like, things that, like, it's like I'm thanking God that I was a presidential diamond even though I wasn't yet. So on July 18th was my first journal entry, and I had, I wrote about presidential, okay, it was not yet presidential, and at the current time, I was number 79 income earner. So I said, day one, thank you, God, for making us a top 50 presidential team. So when I first read this, looking back, I literally, like, got chills because I was like, holy crap, like, now we're in the top 40. And wow. Okay. So July 18th. So top 50 presidential team. It felt so incredible hearing my name announced on stage as a presidential diamond. I am overwhelmed with joy, excitement, and gratitude over this promotion. So many people on my team are now making thousands of dollars each month and are able to live freely. I am so in love with this business and building up my team with strong leaders. God, thank you for leading us to this position. Our team is enrolling so many team members, and they are so excited. I love watching them learn to dream. We are growing faster than ever with the most passion for this business. XOXO, love presidential diamond Katie Bevington, even though I was triple at the time. So not only did I get to top 50, but the other thing was that Mark announced 2 days after this that $20 kits. And we enrolled, like, I don't even know, like 500 people in that time. My team did. So that was wild. It's just like the journaling thing. Like, if you aren't journaling, like, it's killing the biz because you've got to talk. And the verse even says, like, you have to ask to receive. So I was asking and telling God, like, this is what I want. This is what I want. And I'm matching it with effort. And I have never, ever had a promotion go so effortlessly as I did presidential, which is the, second biggest rank in the company. And I am so on fire for my journal, and it's so crazy because I'm like, the things I'm journaling about now are so big and so crazy, but I also thought about that when I said top 50, like, and then when I got the email that I was in the top 40 a month later, mind blowing, right? So anyways, I journal, and right now I listen to Audible every day. Audible, I think it's like $15 a month, and if you're like busy, Audible's a bomb because I think it's $15 a month and you get like 3 credits or something. And so you can read $3 a month with your credits. So basically, like, I just got Girl Wash Your Face. Everybody's been talking about it. So hopped on the bandwagon, got that. I started listening to it today. And I mean, it's good so far, but that's what I'm doing right now.
So every day when you're journaling, Every day you're writing, you're speaking as if it already happened, right? Is that what your journaling is? Or is this, I mean, I know that for my journaling, because I do need to start being more consistent with that, it's going to be speaking into existence, also asking for things, basically praying into my journal. So that's kind of what you're doing?
Yeah, except for like most, like I would say like 9 out of 10, it's me already saying like, right, today's journal entry was, I am, I am an ambassador diamond, and I cannot believe how incredible it feels to hold this trophy that says ambassador diamond. Mm-hmm. And just to know that we are now in the top 10, this is an indescribable feeling. And just thinking about how would I feel when my name is announced as ambassador? How would it feel to go up to Mark as an ambassador diamond? Things like that. And like everything I talk about is with my, like, what would it feel like? What would like the situation be like? I mean, every day it's a different entry. Like today's was ambassador and being in top 10. Yesterday's was my leaders, like how it feels to have such strong leaders. And it's just speaking into, because I need another leg to go ambassador. So I'm working on that. And I'm like, this leg is so excited, so passionate, enrolling customers like crazy. And that's, which by the way, that girl enrolled like 3 customers today. So that was yesterday's journal entry. So like, it was just crazy because that's what I just talk about leadership. I talk about myself. If I feel like in a bad mood or depressed or like angry about something, I'm like, I am so thankful you already pulled me out of this mood, because, now I'm so excited for my business. I'm so excited for my family and to serve you and things like that. But it's like, I was still in a bad mood when I was writing that, but I'm just talking as if it's gone. Everything bad is gone. Good is coming in. And that this is what I feel like when the good comes in.
That is so cool. That is so cool, because I pray over my business daily, specifically mostly in the tanning bed. I love to pray while I'm tanning. It's like my favorite. I know it's a solid 10 minutes of me doing nothing, and so I just pray. But that is so good that you're writing down how you feel before it even happened. We were on a Zoom like a week ago with Pam Souter, and she was talking about writing down. I've done this before, but writing down your most perfect day. And then writing down every single day in your journal, like what your just every day journaling, just getting up, journaling, writing down. She didn't exactly say what you just said, but I love that you're writing down how you feel in there. And if you are manifesting that in a journal, yes, it has no choice but to come alive. Like it has no choice but to happen. And I think that's so cool that you're doing that. And so I'm going to start doing that every morning. And so you do it every morning. You do it every morning.
My first thing, I wake up, I make my coffee, I sit down, and I read the Bible, and then I do my entry.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to start doing that. I need to be more consistent with waking up every single day and doing that. I have been writing down, I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every morning. And, but I need to start opening my Bible and becoming more intentional with my Bible. So that's good. Thank you. I'm going to do that. So, and personal development, you guys, the reason why I asked that question is because it is everything. It is everything. If you're not doing personal development, what are you even doing with your life? So do personal development. You cannot be successful in this business without filling your own cup, your own mind with good and positive and amazing things. So what has been your weird question? What has been your biggest failure? Your biggest failing moment?
Okay. So my biggest failing moment, I would say, is when,
I know that's a weird one, but
okay, so I guess, okay, I'm going to answer this in 2 ways. So one way, the biggest thing I fail at is getting up and doing my morning stuff before the kids get up. I know I've been better about it this past few weeks, months, but also I know when I'm laying in bed, I'm I really love this bed so much. It feels so good. But then I'm if I don't get up right now, then it's not going to be quiet and I'm not going to focus because my kids are awake. And so I need to that's my biggest, hardest thing to overcome is doing it in the morning. Because if I say I'm going to do it later, I never do. And my biggest failing moment in the business, as far as everything goes, is when I got to triple and got super comfortable with $15,000 a month. I was super cool with that, super okay with it. And obviously that's a ton of money. So it was really hard for me to rethink why do I need more than that? It took me a long time to realize why I wanted that. And it's totally a God thing and how this whole thing worked out, because as soon as I saw Savannah, I knew that I wanted to move. I wanted to go. I wanted to pick up and go and buy a house that fits everything that I want. So for me, knowing and dreaming, that was my new thing. But finding that new why for me was it took me forever. It was so hard.
Yep. And like my next goal is $20,000 a month, whether that means I'm presidential, whether that means I'm a triple diamond still, but making more. It just means that I want $20,000 a month. And like, I dream about that. I physically have to write down why that means the world to me. Like, and I love that one of your biggest failing moments personally was the waking up in the morning thing. Cause girl, oh my gosh, I am so thankful. I never thought I would say this. I am so thankful and excited that Eric goes to school now. That's changed my whole world. Like, it has changed my whole world because I have to get up. I have to get up at 7:00 and I have to get him ready. And then when Lucy and I come home, she's so chill. Lucy's so chill. I can come home. It's like 8:30 by then. I sit down. I do all the things I need to do that I promised myself. And she's just on the couch chilling. And that creates such an amazing day. Such an amazing day. And like, you feel like fire for your business. And Kayla just posted in the chat. I love to see that you're still learning, Kim. Girl, I'm always learning. I'm always learning. I am not professional. I am not, both Katie and I are still learning every day how to be better people, but be better business owners too. Like, you're never too good to learn, which is why when people are like, you're going to another One Team, One Mission, I'm like, yes. You're never too good to keep filling up your own bucket and pouring into yourself. There is nothing. And I love to hear that, like, you needed to be on this tonight, Kayla. That's why these things are so important to plug into, because they fill your cup and they make you remember why you do this. And so I love that that's one of your biggest failing moments though, because it was totally one of mine. And I asked that question because we're all going to have failing moments. That's the only way that you get up to top of success. So it's just, I want people to understand that you're going to fail and that's okay. So do you have someone asked the question, I'll let you answer this real quick. How do you seal the deal with customers? You freaking ask. I know that's, you ask, but.
Okay, so I don't give my customers like an option. Okay, so basically when I'm talking to them on like online, it usually goes to like, okay, well, let's say they want more info. I give them the info and then I say, okay, so usually when they say like, what's collagen? I'm like, okay, this is what it is. This is what it does. You're going to love it so much. And then I'm like, have you ever tried it before? They're like, no, I'd never tried collagen before. But I really want to. Your results are awesome. So I'm like, okay, cool. You're absolutely going to love it. We have two options to order. You can order retail or you can be a customer. And guys, I never give customers 15-day supply options. You do not have that option with me because you're not going to get the results that you want in 15 days. I mean, you're going to have good results, but like, who starts something for 15 days? Nobody. Okay. So I go in with so retail price is $120, but you can get it as a customer for $80. And you're also going to get free shipping and a free gift with your first purchase. But all you have to do is order again in October and November. Is that cool? They say yes. Okay. 99% of the time they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, great. So do you want me to get your order in now? I never I'm always like, when somebody's interested in the product, I'm like, boom, 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 right on it. And then they say, yeah, like, okay, well, actually, I can't until Friday when I get paid. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll text you and get your info so I can place your order on Friday. I never let them get away from me. If they're real serious, you're placing your order on Friday. So I make sure I text them. I get there. I never do anything on Facebook. I'm always saying, okay, cool. Let me text you and get your order in. And do not ever feel afraid to ask for a phone number. Because you know what, guys? How many times do you give your phone number out at a retail store? How many times? Because every time they're like, what's your phone number? So you have to give it away anyways. People are comfortable with that. And when you're confident in that, they just do it. Okay? They just listen to what you say. They're waiting for you to tell them what to do. So you got to get their number. I text them like, hey girl, it's Katie. They say, hey. I'm like, okay, cool. All I'm going to need to place your order is your billing address, shipping address, email, credit card number, credit card expiration, and the name on the credit card. Make sure you include a middle initial if there is one. You can call or text me this info. Most of the time, I would say almost 100% of the time, they're going to text you it. So then I just have in my calendar, Susie wants to order, 30-day supply of collagen on Friday. And I wake up Friday morning. I'm like, hey, I'm going to place your order now. And I place it. That pretty much gets me the order every time.
Yes. And that follow-up is everything, right? Like, follow-up is everything. I just told someone the other day, like, most of my now I do seal deals on the spot. Especially if like someone took a poll or if somebody on Facebook or if someone commented on like a post specifically, I will seal it or host a post. I seal the deal on the spot for host to post. Like they don't need to wait another second. But if someone, like a lot of my enrollments are follow-up. A lot of them are follow-up. Like, hey girl, yes, I'm so interested. Okay. And I do the same thing. Keto coffee, you're going to get 2 bags. Like you're not getting 1, you're getting 2. So I say like, okay, Friday works, girl. Can you send me your information now? And I'll just text you before I place your order and put it in. We're very similar in that whole thing. So that's good. Kayla, I never have people that are weird about giving their card info because they trust me. I've come off so confident that they're like, yeah, here it is. Here you go. And I have had people go to my website, but it's hardly ever. And I will say, like, for my team that's new, that's never heard me give this piece of advice, I love getting, just like I do all the things that Katie just said. But then at the, and I'm sure she does this too, but when someone texts me, let's say it's for collagen. Okay, so yep, I always like to recommend at least 2 bags. They kind of just think that's how it goes. They think that's it. But then I also say, hashtag relationship goals is hair, skin, and nails. Did you want to add that to your order since you are getting a huge discount today? I always upsell, always. And half the time they're like, yep, let's do it. So if someone comes to me about keto coffee, I always say, girl, add the chocolate greens. You're getting my discount anyway. I would add the chocolate greens so that you can see better results, and it's a daily detox. So after they've given me their information, I always recommend at least 1 more product, at least 1 more, because why not? Like extra BB, plus they're going to see their best results. So do you have anything else that you want to just like end with, Katie? Any fire tips you want to end with?
Let me think.
I'm reading the comments, so I'm like, what else we got?
Okay, so let me think. Okay, so basically, yeah, like when my customers do, okay, I will tell you guys this is like the fire of the fire tip that I have for you. And if you don't do this, okay, you're missing out so bad. So a lot of times you're going to see top earners talk about this, and I never quite understood it until I started implementing it. It's going to take you a few weeks to really get this fired up. But you guys, when you're building your team, okay, yes, everybody wants a big team. Everybody wants to grow fast. You got to build with people that you want relationships with. Remember, I told you guys, I am tough on my team. When it comes to like wanting it, I don't help people that don't want to be helped. So when I'm enrolling people, if you guys follow me on social media, you are going to need to, that I limit my spots for everything. And my team is limited spots. I enroll 10 people a month and 10 people only. Unless one of those people doesn't want to play a ball, then I'll open up another one. But at the same time, I want to make sure, 1, I get on my fast starts. 2, I want to make sure that my people are working, my team is growing. So when I open a spot, okay, I open at the beginning of the month, I usually open 5 or 3. It just depends. I open it depending on what am I wanting to do at this point in time. Sometimes it's, help somebody get to Ruby. Sometimes it's get somebody, like whatever my goal is that month, that's how many I open at a time. Usually I will fill all of those spots that day on that time. And I do that because I don't open spots daily. I do not open spots weekly. I do not do this for customers too. I do not say I have 5 spots every day for a product because people are like, dude, this girl always got spots open. So you want to make it look like, 1, you're really busy. You're really, people are like chasing you down. This is something that I journaled about as well. People are chasing me down to join my team. And guess what? They are. So, and I will make people wait. I have no shame in saying, no, I don't have a spot open. You have to wait till the next time I open them. Because you want to train each person individually. If you're brand new, you have 1 spot open, and you have 1 spot because you can't handle more than 1 yet. So, and if you do 1 this week, you can do 1 next week, 1 the following week, and 1 the following. That's 4 people a month, okay? And that's 4 fast starts, $400. So what I do in this aspect is, so every day on my Instagram and on my Facebook, I will create it like just what I'm doing. Like I just talk about myself all the time. Like, what are we doing? What are my family doing? Are we going out to eat? Are we going to, in the backyard to play? I don't care. We really don't do that much because I live 40 minutes from anything. But anyways, we literally stay out here. We have fun. I make my life look interesting. So when I open up a spot, okay, they will go. And I will say like, okay, if I get no activity, I'm like, oh, 1 spot gone. And people are like, oh my God, 1 spot gone. It's been 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden it's like everybody's in my inbox. I'll tell my story. I have 5 spots open. And then they start to fill. And then like from that point on for the rest of the month, they're filled. Like this month, my spots have been filled since, I don't know, last week sometime. And it was like the 2nd week of the month. But I always limit my spots. I create that urgency, and I will say something in my story like, okay, at the end of September, I'm like, okay, guys, I'm finishing up getting my last batch of people trained, and I'm about to open some spots soon, so stay tuned and pay attention because I'm going to open and they will go fast. And I don't say anything else about it. I just say that and then leave it, and I just keep talking about my life. And then at that next time, I'm like, all right, 3 spots open. You have to be serious, dedicated, ready to go, and, ready to do this with me. Get them on that, and then go train them. And if nobody signs up the first time, don't say I still have spots the next day. Keep it quiet for a little bit. Post about the business. Post about the business. What is the business doing for you? What are you doing this month? Hey, you got a spot open. Get that spot open, okay? And you're going to get it filled. And once you do this a few times, your team is literally going to boom so hard that your spots are going to fill in 24 hours. All 3 or all 5 or whatever it is for you. And I say the same thing to all my people. And I do not play. If you come to me when I sign 3 people today, you will not get a spot on my team until I open another spot when I'm ready to sign you up. And they will do it. And that will make sure that, one, you're cutting down on follow-up for them, the constant BS, I don't have the $100. Well, okay, fine. That's fine. I'm giving your spot away then. And then you give their spot away. And I tell them, so let's say somebody tells you I'm going to sign up on Friday. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm free at 5 on Friday. And they're like, okay, great. I get off of work at 4. I can do 5. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll get you signed up around 5 o'clock. If you decide to change your mind or you don't want to sign up, anymore, you change your mind. By 6 o'clock, I'm going to give your spot to the next person. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'll message you at 5 o'clock. They message me at 5 o'clock. So I don't have to play games with them. I'm saying, I'm going to ask the next person if you don't sign up at 5 o'clock. So that's pretty much what I do, and that's how I've been getting, one, more people coming in and actually doing what I want them, taking off. I have more people not playing games where I'm like, every Friday, same thing. And people are seriously blocking, and I'll screenshot my emails, 1 spot gone, 2 spots gone, 3 spots gone, and my inbox stays flooded with people wanting to join. And I have people lined up, so whenever I'm ready to open another one and train somebody else, I train them. But it also gives you the ability to sign them and take care of them at a good pace. If somebody doesn't watch your video in 24 hours, I'm like, next, I sign somebody else up. And it's the same process over and over, but it seriously is way more efficient. It's way more, it's just better because you're able to sign a team that's ready to go with you.
Yep. Man, that's good. And there's nothing wrong with being picky about who joins your team. And I had to learn that. I have literally told someone nah, I think you'll be a better not because I prejudge, not because I prejudge anybody. Don't prejudge anybody. But I can tell by their sincerity and how we're chatting, whether or not you should probably be a customer or not. And it's okay to be picky about who you work with because, yeah, I think that's so good. All that is so good. That is all so good. I don't even know. That was just fire at the end. So I have nothing to add to that, obviously. So she just goes to work, you guys. She just gets to work every single day. Every single day. Oh, that was all so good. I feel like I had one more question, but I can't even think right now. Because of what you just said, I thought I had a question. But I don't think so. So yeah, being fast start focused is one of my favorite things. Getting distributors started, being fast start focused, getting their 2 customers. I think that makes for a super fire business, but that's just me. So does anybody have any ending questions or anything, you guys? Katie, did you want to end on anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it. And you have to be consistent with that. It's not something that happens overnight. And it will come, but you have to trust me. It will happen because at first I'm like, okay, nobody's signing up. But I had to keep going with it. And then when people realize oh my God, these spots are filling, it just takes away the well, she's always going to have spots because no, I'm not. And I will tell them that no, I don't have a spot today, but next Friday I might, I'll let you know.
That's what I was going to say. Creating a sense of urgency is everything. Everything. It makes it so, I love creating a sense of urgency now. I don't do that, but I love that. I want to start implementing that. That's insane. That's insane. So, and I love that you literally have 10 spots every month. You told me that. You're no, really, I have 10 spots open, and I'm not just saying that. I sign 10 distributors a month, and that's it, because I need to train all of them. And I think that goes to show how important it is that we're not just enrolling people and filling boxes, that we're getting them started. So Courtney, my new girl on here, I think she's still on here. Yes, she is. Okay. I got Courtney started. And for those of you that are on my team not doing this or not doing kind of the things that Katie that she's doing, I got Courtney started. She came to me, Kim, can I join your team? Literally, Kim, can I join your team? Of course, let's do it. So we talked. She went and enrolled on my page, set up her own 80BB auto shipment because she's awesome. And then as soon as she got enrolled, I don't like to play games. I got her, I said, hey, can you get on a Zoom tomorrow? Can you get on a Zoom tomorrow? She was like, yeah. And she thought I meant tonight. She was like, tonight or tomorrow? I'm like, well, it's midnight tonight. So if you want to do tomorrow, that's okay. I'm like, yes, tomorrow works. And she hopped on the Zoom that very next day. And that's because I create a sense of urgency. I'm like, okay, now let's hop on Zoom. Not like, hey, let's whenever you're ready. No, like, let's hop on Zoom. So not even 24 hours later, we did that. And we just got to work. I had her post on her wall before that. Courtney posted on her wall, like, do I have any friends looking to grow their hair out? And she got so many comments and likes. And so on the Zoom, not only were we talking about getting her first 5 customers, her, building to Ruby, but she signed 3 customers that same day, because I was like, you ready to get started? Let's get started. Let's do it. Like, I want people to see their first wins. I want people to understand that you will make money. We just got to get to work. And if you're serious about it, they'll work with you and they'll really appreciate you. At least Courtney, I hope you did. Like, they'll appreciate you giving them that time of day and getting on Zoom with them so y'all can be face to face. And really just, I love your startup video though. So now I'm going to go watch that and then probably mock that. So I need to go watch it on YouTube. But yeah, so I think that's it, you guys. I appreciate everybody being on. Katie, you're amazing. We love you so much. Congrats on presidential in top 40. You're just straight killing it. So you the bomb. Okay, thank you, Katie. Oh, hi, BB. Okay, bye, guys. Look at her, BB. Bye, bye, guys. Have a good night. See you next Sunday.